Hey guys, my name is Athendor Gaming and welcome back to Rimworld Medieval Challenge Run. Today we're going to be trying to get our kitchen set up and getting some crops harvested to prepare for this cold snap that's just come in. If you're new to the channel and you want to see the rest of this series, I'm going to link the playlist. Just click that icon in the top right corner of your screen now. Great, so yeah, let's get right into it, shall we? Cold Snap's going to come in really quick, so I'm going to go ahead and tell them to harvest everything they can. And we're going to suspend research, crafting, tailoring, smithing, mining, not that I think we have any jobs out for that stuff, and constructing, hunting, and even cooking. Like, there's nothing more important to us right now than getting this harvest in. Okay, we do have an infection. So Mida, who's our prisoner here, has a torso infection. I mean, at this point, either they live or they don't. Like, there's only so much we can do. We did get some components here. I don't recall what that was from. Probably that shuttle that crashed earlier. It's been a couple days since I've played, so if I'm a little behind, cut me some slack, right? So we do need somebody to warden. So we're going to make that Fiona our counselor here. And I really just want, like, everybody to wake up and get started on this. I'm really worried that we're not going to get this done. Yeah, Fiona's still resting. Okay, so she's still a little bit hurt, which is why she's not doing this. But everybody else seems to be up and about, so hopefully they'll get this done. Cold Snap has brought it down to 33, so yeah, I don't think we're going to get any more. Fiona's dazed. Of all the mental breaks, it's certainly not the worst, so can't complain too hard about that. Yeah, we're starting to get some potatoes in. So everything is frozen right now because it's so cold outside, which may make things like kind of artificially easier, which I'm not super happy about. I'm going to turn off sewing because depending on how long this cold snap lasts, we may just not get another chance to plant more crops. Should be very, very bad. Look, man, I wish Fiona was working with us right now, but Darby and Drain can only get so much done. We're just gonna kind of force them to work through the night, getting as much harvested as we can. We're gonna have to kind of really micromanage them, and it's gonna tank their moods, which I hate, but we've got to get everything out of the ground that we can, and hopefully that'll get us to a position where we'll be in decent enough shape. Just hope it's enough. So yeah, the last time I played this challenge run, which was not for the channel, it was just a personal thing, but the last time that I played this challenge run, I was actually in an area where it didn't get freezing in the winter, but it did get too cold for them to just like not have cold weather clothing. But it also was not year-round growing. And that was pretty difficult, so we'll see how this goes. Honestly, it may be a little easier, but that's not the worst thing in the world. You know, there'll be plenty of challenge. So let's get the work priorities reset up here. So we definitely want Darby to be cooking, brewing. Green can hunt at a 2, since it's one of the only things he's good at. There we go. We're going to have Drang research on a 2, mine and construct on a 4, hunt on a 4. Darby is going to construct and mine on a 4, and craft, tailor, and smith on a 3, and haul and clean on a 4. There we go. So hopefully Darby should start getting us some stone blocks here. Hopefully, very soon. if so, then we should be in decent shape at that point to get just a couple of basic buildings up, things like that, basic services down. Now, one thing we do have to worry about is if it stays very cold for very long, we may see some of these predator animals, like these wargs here, come after us, and that would be very bad. Wargs are quite dangerous, even if you do have guns, and we do not. Engaging a warg in melee combat is an excellent way to die. Excellent way to die. Okay, so we may put somebody else on crafting as well. Maybe we'll tell Fiona to like craft on a 4, just for her to make some stone blocks and maybe get that skill up. Because I think I have the mod installed that makes stone blocks use the crafting skill again as it used to. And if so, then she should be able to do well. So Mida did die of infection. That sucks. Ah well, you know, what can you do? Not really all that much, unfortunately. I am going to tell Darby to prioritize butchering so we can get the fur off of them, and hopefully, yeah, we have enough heavy fur now to get a heavy fur bedroll, and the bedrolls will be a nice improvement, I think. So we definitely want to prioritize those. Yeah, getting those bedrolls is going to be a big boon for us, I think. We have about half as much light leather as we need as well. Now, we do have a good amount of food here, but it's not as much as you think it is. That barley didn't give us very much, and we got very few carrots. And essentially only one harvest of rice is not a lot. Like, it might feel like a good amount, but it really isn't. Okay, this blacksmith's forge, we may just set up, like, we may section off an area over here, I think. Well, at the very least, we can put down an oven. That we know we want. And a milling stone is important as well, but we may want to wait on that until we know for sure that we have the ability to make more steel. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and move that area there, and then we're going to put up another dumping stockpile out there and delete this one and tell everybody to haul these urgently away. And deconstruct there, and it'll just be one continuous building. We'll put some internal subdivisions in later, but it's just going to be at different times. So I think the cold snap has passed us. So we have no storage space for our chunks. Oh, okay. It's because it set that as a stockpile, not a dumping stockpile. So we're going to go ahead and put that down. We're going to put down a storage space here, but we're going to clear all and only allow chunks, but it's going to be at a higher priority. This will keep some chunks close by to our stone cutter so that they can work a little more efficiently. Yeah, there we go. We definitely want to get these like random skeletons out of here. Yes. Good, good, good. Okay, so we're doing well. We are low on wood, so we may want to find a copse of trees out here and chop it down. There we go. Some more here. We honestly can't have too much wood. And if the temperature spikes back up, yeah, we may be able to get some more crops into the ground. That's good. I don't know. I would estimate we need probably around 2,000 raw food to survive like a full fall and winter of no growing. Yeah, something like that. 2,000-ish. We're going to get this oven built. It takes a lot of work, but Darby's also just real slow. And we'll get that done, and that will be a big improvement over this campfire. Number one, it's a lot more efficient in terms of fuel. We won't have to waste as much wood because this is always ticking, where this, I think, only uses fuel when it's actually in use. And that doesn't seem like a big issue now. But deforestation is a real enemy of ours, because it's very possible for us to grow to a point where we chop so many trees for use in winter, because remember, we don't have electrical heating or anything, that we would chop so many trees to use in winter that we wouldn't have enough to fuel things. And, you know, fueling things via, say, coal, for instance, works for a time, but not as long as you would think it does. So we're going to disallow everything except the carrots and the meat here, because they're going to need to be used first. So let's set up our cooking bills here real quick. So jerking meat is a decent way of making use of it, and we can do it in bulk, which is really nice. Dried berries last a really long time. Bread is going to be a staple of ours, because you can take something, so say barley here, which will last for 60 days, grind it into flour, which will last for a certain amount of time, and then bake it into bread, which will last for even longer. So it's a very effective way of maximizing your food supply. What do we want to make? So some of the foods will have benefits. So if we look at what's a good one? I think sweet rolls have it. Yes, food effects, consciousness and moving. And these can be really, really beneficial if you can kind of get into the groove of always having those available. So I think right now we want to aim for cooking jerked meats and maybe getting some flour and sugar together, something like that. Polenta is good. Ooh, tough call, tough call. I'm going to put a cut in here real quick, make up my mind, and then I'll be right back. Hey guys, it's Athendor Gaming, I'm back. Okay, so, plan is, we're going to grow some sugar cane, and we're going to try and get to the point where we're jerking our meats and baking pies. Ooh, I shouldn't have said that. That sounded weird. Anyways, to bake a pie, we're going to need flour, so we're building a millstone here. And we're also going to need sugar, so we're going to grow it over here. We're also going to put down one of these fueled food prep tables. And the reason we're going to do that is to hopefully unlock some more ingredients, or recipes rather, that will make better use of the things that we have. In the meantime, we are going to continue to grow kebabs out here just as it remains convenient for us to do so. Who is awake? I'm going to have Drang go ahead and construct this bedroll and then claim it. And the reason I want to do that is, again, bedrolls just give, even like poorly made ones like these are, just avoid the little debuff from sleeping on the floor. Avoiding debuffs is really important for us right now, since, you know, we're gonna live with break risks for a long time. And if somebody does break and gets hurt, we just really don't have any medicine. We don't have a great doctor. Alright, so here's some of the jerked meat. I think it instantly got picked up. Yeah. So jerked meat is really good because it keeps for a long time. So we are going to say do forever, because it keeps for like 2.5 years. Now it is refrigerated a little bit at this point, but even if it's not refrigerated, it'll keep for like a year. It's just very inefficient. It takes a lot of meat to make some jerked meat, but it does make a good reserve food. So we may make a bunch and then disallow it. so that if we get into a survival, like starvation scenario, we will be okay, at least in the short term. We are going to tell Drang to prioritize construction. I know he's doing research right now, but he's going to have all winter to do research. I want to make sure that we get some of this construction done so that we get all of our options in place and we can kind of get a routine going on here. We're not going to do any flour or bread immediately because all the things that are made out of, that you can make flour out of, like rice and barley, we have plenty of time before we need to use them. So if we decide to use them, we'll just use them in small quantities so that we're working on this timer and not the flour timer. Even though, we could just go ahead and grind it all, I don't think it's in our best advantage to do that just yet. Now, even though we're out of the cold snap, we were seeing temperatures get down into like the 57s, like the 50s. So we don't have long left, I'm afraid, before it is very, very cold. Yeah, and as you can see, if you forbid the one stack, everything they stack on it is going to be forbidden as well. And unrefrigerated, it does last for 45 days, which is quite a while. Prisoner rescue? No. No, thank you. We are not in any shape to do that. But we're doing well. I think we're doing pretty well. So I think I'm going to put a little cut in here. We're going to call this an episode. I just want to say thank you for watching so much. The support lately on the channel has been amazing. If you really enjoyed this Rimworld content today, please consider leaving a like or subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching. I've been Athendor Gaming. Goodbye.